we have bottle number 9, Perfume. Let's see here. Apparently this is pure perfume concentration. Upwards of 30% of the perfume chemicals. Whoa, that is perfume, all right. Goodness. And when I say that, I mean it is feminine. Do they say that this is unisex? No, I think it's supposed to be, but notes are quite simple. It's rose, oud, musk, and tonka bean. And this is, there's no oud in this. Apparently on Fragrantica, that's, oud is the note most prominent. It's not there. No, that's oud free. There's nothing in there. There's rose. There definitely is. Very, very feminine rose. Definitely some light musks. A little bit, when I first sprayed it, I got a little bit of a whiff of like a CKB kind of white musk. Obviously a better version of it, not as synthetic. That's the word I'm looking for. But no, this is quite feminine. It's light. And there's no oud in there. And even the tonka bean, if that, it's... No. That one's a loser for me. Sorry. Alright, next we have Brooklyn. This one's a little bit more popular. Mark did a review on this from way back when. Alrighty. Brooklyn, what do we have here? Alright, this one's definitely different than the other ones that we've smelled so far. This one's more green. Yeah. Let's see. They say it has cardamom, geranium leaves, cedar, grapefruit, juniper berries, gaiac wood, leather, and probably a couple other things. But yeah, this is definitely a very green fragrance. Has some citrus to it. It's very nice. I think this is a great one. This is very much a spring fragrance. A little bit of hint of sweetness I'm getting here. Is there rose in this? No, that's geranium. Yeah, that is geranium I'm smelling. There is a bit of a floweriness to it, but if you've gotten your nose on some geranium fragrances, geranium is actually quite masculine. That kind of sounds like a bit of an oxymoron to call a flower masculine, but it actually is. It does not have that kind of feminine, typical floralness that you might stereotypically associate with flowers. It's a little bit more sharp. It's got more of a green feeling to it than it does a light flowery feeling. Kind of hard to describe, but if you've smelled one, Geranium Pour Monsieur from Frederic Malle is a good example of that. It's very heavy on geranium, and it's quite masculine. So this one, I think this would be a very good spring fragrance. Very, very good. That's a definite winner right there. All right, next one up is Che Bond, and I am cautiously approaching this one because I know full well that this has been called a Green Irish Tweed knockoff. So let's get a verdict. This is a Green Irish Tweed knockoff. On paper, I can't smell a difference. I'm not even going to bother reading the notes. It's not worth it. This is almost identical. About as identical as you can get without being the same damn thing. And granted, this is on paper, it's not on skin, I haven't let it develop, but the top notes are the same thing. But it doesn't, and Green Irish Tweed has that kind of creaminess to it. This one has some of that, but not a lot. It's definitely heavy on the lemon freshness, lemony green. This this is a GIT knockoff. Sorry, guys. That's a loser. Next is Eau de New York. I haven't heard much about this one. I actually thought this was a women's fragrance before I even looked it up. So, here we are. Close. All right. Eau de New York. Citrusy, green. Some of these are really getting redundant. I know that a bunch of these that I'm doing, the early ones in the alphabet here, are kind of the lighter ones, but yeah, this is kind of boring. Top notes: grapefruit, orange, petitgrain, bergamot, middle of cyclamen, whatever the hell that is, lily, gardenia, basil, jasmine, lemon, verbena, neroli. Yep, definitely neroli in there. Base notes are musk, oak moss, vetiver, and white wood. Yeah, see, this is just, it's nice, but it's just another fresh, green, citrusy, fruity thing. Good for the spring. I just don't... I can see a little bit better now the knock on Bond a little bit, that they do release good stuff, but too many of them are the same category. Green, fresh, citrusy, floral, something or other. I don't know. It just doesn't really stand out to me. You know, why pay 200-something bucks when it's not... It's good. It's certainly quality juice. It smells nice, but you probably wouldn't get this out of a designer, but you could probably find another Bond here that's better that'll accomplish the same thing. So, average. All right, next one. Fire Island. Now, this one, I admit, I have had actually for a while, or I've had a sample of it for a while, and I've only worn it a few times, and that's because this is really not a first impression. I just wanted to put this in here. This is a solely summer fragrance. You cannot wear this at any other time but the summer. That is because it smells like suntan lotion. Yeah. Now, I know the Fragrance Bros did an impression of this, and they hated it because they thought it was too flowery and too... Yeah, and I can see that. It definitely is. This smells like very expensive suntan lotion. Really, that's what it smells like. Mixed with a little bit... The thing I like about it is that it does have kind of a sandy feel to it. You know, it really puts you on the beach. But not like a Caribbean or, you know, West Coast beach. It's kind of got a bit of more of a European feel to it. And the other thing about this is I can say I've worn this a couple of times. The longevity is excellent. Very good for a summer fragrance. This one lasted me all day. Good 10 to 12 hours. So for the price you're paying for it, for a summer fragrance, that's something that's really hard to find, is longevity that's that good. And you can really wear it to the beach because it smells like the beach. It smells like suntan lotion. So it's not like you're going to be mixing too many different things here. So this one's a definite winner for the summer. If you like that smell, it's a definite winner for the summer. And definitely could be split very soon. Well, come summertime. Next up, Hamptons. This one I have not smelled before. So, let's see what we get out of it. Come on. There you go. No more breaking atomizers out here. Alright. Hey, I sprayed on the ink. Yeah, here we go again. Same thing. Another crisp citrus, floral, fresh. I can read you the notes, but it's going to be the same thing. The only thing I'll say is that in the base notes it does say that there's amber in here. I haven't gotten it yet. Granted, I just sprayed it on a piece of paper a second ago. My nose is probably going nuts because I've now smelled 9 different fragrances in the last minute. Or 10 minutes, however long it's been. But, the same thing. I don't see what's the difference between this and Eau de New York, and I don't know. Nice, again, but nothing really differentiating it here, so I'm not going to waste my time on it. Let's get to one that hopefully should smell a lot different, and that is Harrods Amber. Now, this better not be fresh and free and citrusy, because I don't even see the notes in there that would make it that way. Alright. Oh yeah, that's a lot different. You know, I'm gonna spray that. Alright, this is definitely a lot heavier. Let's see, notes. Saffron, nutmeg, bergamot, pepper. Middle notes of osmanthus. What the hell is that? Jasmine and rose. Base notes are sandalwood, amber, benzoin, myrrh, and oud. There's definitely an oudy amber. Yeah, that's a new kind of term. Oudy. Definitely getting the oud out of this. The amber, yeah, that's there. The benzoin, that's a prominent note in Tom Ford's Amber Absolute. You know, I actually am getting a little bit of that rose. It's coming through. Or maybe it's the saffron. There's some kind of faint floral here, which actually is nice because it complements the thick notes that are quite prominent. This is very different. I think for an amber fragrance, this is something I haven't smelled before. And yeah, this could definitely be quality. This one I really am looking forward to getting on my skin, to see how long it lasts, see how it develops, to see if this floralness, it's not, don't get me wrong, I know these other ones I said were florally and crisp. It's not like that. The floral is very faint, but it complements it well, and I think that's really a great way to use florals, as a complement to the thicker and heavier notes. So, yeah, it does a, it's settling down nicely too. The oud is coming out a little bit more. The myrrh is coming through. This is a good one. Definitely a quality release here. So, those are the first 10. Get to some more.